full glam tutorial.
We incorporated some gold for this look, and I really wanted you guys to see how we created it. And so if you want to learn anything or two, please stick along. I am going in with my foundation. I did do some skin prep off camera, and hence her skin is glowing. I always prefer my skin to glow before going in with my base, because I feel like that really tells me that the base is gonna eat. So I'm going in with my foundation, and I'm making sure that I blend it evenly to get myself a clean, beautiful canvas. I am using my Wink Beauty blender, which does an amazing job for me. I feel like whenever I'm buying beauty blenders, I always look at how damp it becomes once I've put it in water, but also most importantly how soft it is. But there's a fine line between a very soft beauty blender and one that's soft enough to give you a beautiful blend. So it's not all the soft beauty blenders that are gonna do a good job. I hope I'm making a lot of sense. So I'm going in with some warming up, but for this look I didn't want to overly warm her up. I just wanted the focus to be more on her eyes, and I also wanted to play around with my blush. I feel like whenever I'm doing any look at all on any client, I always want to focus on certain things depending on the client's requirements or their facial features. For instance, for this look she didn't really have any specifics. However, she did say she has a gold dress because she was going for her metric dance. I asked her, do you want me to incorporate a little bit of gold? And so just because you're wearing a gold dress doesn't necessarily mean I'm always going to do a gold look, but I felt like because it was metric dance it just made so much sense. And because I looked at her eye shape, I felt like, okay, this gold look that I have in my mind is gonna be bomb. And so I am going in with some concealer. Blush placement was very specific and strategic for her face. I feel like my blush placement sometimes does differ according to your facial structure or features, which is also like really important to look at as a professional makeup artist. I am blending my concealer, and by the way, I did mix two concealers. The first one I used on her face was a bit yellow, and I did want that yellow undertone because I could see with her skin tone around her neck area that she did have a little bit of yellowness going on there, but I didn't want the yellowness to overwhelm her. Hence, I went in and mixed with a neutral concealer. This is also like very important. I am brightening her under eye, but I love how her facial structure is just stunning. I also didn't want to shy away from that. And I always say that it's also very possible for someone to come to you with beautiful features, but because of the makeup, you sort of like dim down their beautiful features. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're super gorgeous, pretty, beautiful, lovely. You just need to implement your set of skills as a makeup artist. So it's not always guaranteed just because the client or the model is pretty, the makeup look is going to look nice. Let me just put that out there. So I'm going in and blending my concealer as well. I love how she was loving this look. And by the way, she was vlogging through the entire glam, which I didn't mind. So you will see her bring up her phone here and there. And I think she was super excited, man, for this metric dance. And I love her dress. I think I posted a dress a few days before. You guys can check it out. I am going in with my favorite setting spray, of course, which is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Does an amazing job in setting the face but also refreshing the makeup look. So whenever I go for my powders, just before that I make sure that I set, and it's also very important to look at the type of setting spray that you're using. What is it going to help you with? Is it going to help with setting and locking, or is it going to help with mattifying, or are you going to get like some hydration from that? I am going in with my powders, which are very blurry. I love blurring powders because what is a makeup look without a blur? I also want that filter look on the face, so it's really important that I use a good powder. I am setting using the same beauty blender. Also, if you guys notice, the way I bake is very strategic because I really want my eye look to like be snatched and to look insane. So for this eye look, I can't wait for you guys to see what we did. Came out absolutely stunning. I did go in with my baking powder, just making sure that it also does catch out the fallouts. Remember, I said I was going to go for a gold look, and so I was going to use like loose pigments, and when I tell you, loose pigments can be your worst nightmare once they stick onto the skin. So you want to make sure that there's a proper base and enough powder to catch all those loose pigments. But also sometimes when you're baking, if you overly bake, you might make your client's skin a little bit dry. So there's like a really fine line. I always tell people that once you find that balance to know when to apply more and when to apply less, listen, you have mastered makeup artistry. I did tame down her brows, and you guys can see her natural brows are like naturally upturned, so I obviously wanted to go with exactly that. I am using my Krylon concealer oil to just set the base for her eyeshadow, because obviously we really wanted to pop, but we also wanted to last really long. Guys, I truly appreciate all the new followers, the comments, the engagement, the likes. Please, if you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you do, because once we reach 200,000 followers here in TikTok, we are going to hold a giveaway, which usually we hold it on both platforms, which is Instagram and TikTok. For her eyeshadow, I am using one of my favorite brushes from Rayon Beautify. They sell one of the best brushes, which is so easy to blend, especially eyeshadows. They're also really precise, which I absolutely love from them. I am using my Avoir Cosmetics Book eyeshadow, which does an amazing job. I love the undertones as well. Now, because I was going for an eyeshadow look that had gold in it, I didn't want my browns to be too shouting, and so I felt like this eyeshadow palette was a perfect selection. Guys, I am truly grateful for everything that you guys have been doing. I see you guys tagging the brands in the comment section, which honestly touches my heart. I absolutely love how you guys are rooting for me, and I really love how you guys are always there, just letting me know how much these tutorials are very helpful to some of you. And I also truly appreciate those that are also booking for classes, and I love the fact that for October we are fully booked for classes. We do have limited slots for November, so if you want to book for the class, let this be a sign. I am going in with the same brush, which is the Rayon Beautify eyeshadow brush. It does an amazing job lifting those eyes even further. Listen, I love how this gold looked on her. Can you see how beautiful it is even before the eyebrows were done? We are doing eyebrows, and you guys know that I usually do my brows off camera. This is because of comfort. I mean, brows are not the easiest thing to do, but also I do teach these in my classes. Good news though, we are going to host our online class, which is going to cater for everybody in South Africa, out of South Africa, but it's only going to be in 2026. But the poster will be out soon enough. We're going to put out the poster in December, so please be ready. This online class is going to have 3 looks. It's going to cater for full glam, soft glam, and a bridal glam. So, and also it's going to be the last online class that I'll ever hold, because online classes are really not my thing. I think after that we will be hosting live online classes. I did the lips, those brows on her, stunning. Loved this eye lifting technique that I applied on her. Also guys, I do teach this eye lifting technique in my classes, physical, and it's also going to be part of the online class that's coming next year. And the good thing about our classes, whether physical or online, is that we do not gatekeep. Every single product that we use, every technique that we do is always covered. Those lashes on her, stunning. I really love how they also just went along with her beautiful eyes. I also make sure that I take my time when I'm doing this. By the way guys, our online classes are pre-recorded, giving you an opportunity to save them to your phone for further use, or whatever device you'll be using. Also, if you're not in South Africa and we have different time zones, do not worry, because since it's a pre-recorded class, it will also cater for you for whatever time that you're comfortable in taking part in the class. And guys, when I tell you, my online classes are as packed as physical, so stay tuned on our socials. We will be putting out the poster soon, and like I said, it's only in 2026, but the poster will be out in December. I love how this blush came out on her. I really loved it under eye. I did go in with my MAC Cosmetics hydrating setting spray, did my lips off camera, and also went in with my mascara. Absolutely stunning. Oh, I love it when a client gives me room to show my creativity side, because just look at that. That mascara is from Wink Beauty. Thank you so much guys for watching. Truly appreciate all of you guys. Please drop a red heart if you loved this video and are excited for the online class. Bye.